Welcome to Book Bites, brought to you by Spines, where today we're biting into Jews, Brilliance and Resilience, 101 Major Geniuses and Minor Giants, written by Jens Abildskov. In the book, Jens, you explore 101 Jewish figures from history and how they shaped the world. You also state that you yourself are not Jewish, have no Jewish family, no Jewish friends, and you haven't even seen Fiddler on the Roof. No, I'm just kidding on that last one. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
I know it. Yeah, I know it.
But of all the books to write, you choose this one. Why?
Well, it's a matter of my interest, and it's a matter of credibility. I'm a journalist. I'm interested in the world around me, and the Jews as a people caught my eye and my ear many years ago. I knew some Jews, and I liked them very much. Two young men. They had been soldiers in Israel, parachuters, actually. So to me, they were heroes and very, very nice people. Got to like them, and I got to be interested in Israel. And from that, interested in Jews. I was just growing up and beginning to read the papers. And I saw that Jews were everywhere. The number one piano virtuoso in the world, a Jew. The number one violin virtuoso, a very, very fine actor, a very, very fine musician, a composer. I just caught my interest. And me being very, very Danish, there's no real connection there except my interest. And I realized that the Jews have something special. So the thought that my friends, the two Jews I knew by back then, were to be persecuted, it was an impossible thought for me. So when I experienced that anti-Semitism was growing once again after being in the dark for some years, I thought, well, somebody ought to write or tell those who fall for the anti-Semitism who the Jews are, what we owe them, all they have given to the world. And I thought, well, I could do that. I could do that. I know a lot about the Jews. And if a Jew did it, people could say, well, this is just Jews praising themselves.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much credibility in that. But I, on the other hand, I have no connection. I'm not very much biased. I don't have a hidden agenda. So I could do it. If nobody else will, I could do it.
Yeah.
And I started writing the book, and after a short while, a couple of months, the Danish government came out with a plan to counter anti-Semitism in our country. And the chairman or the president of the Jewish community in Denmark said to the press, we need somebody to tell the positive story of the Jews. And this somebody should preferably be a non-Jew. So he agreed with me. We don't know each other. He just had the same thought as I. For the credibility, I think that's what he meant, and that's what I mean. I can do it. I have no hidden agenda. I'm just an outsider.
Right. And you are a journalist and a writer and a musician who has covered stories before. Was this a departure when you dealt with this, or did you feel natural when you were working on it?
I felt it natural. Actually, I have lived as a musician for the last many years and only written a little now and then. I have practiced writing books, finding my voice and my format. And my format are putting together a lot of articles or essays, you might say.
Mm-hmm.
So I could use that, transforming the essays to short biographies of these people, these Jews.
And it goes back to history as well, because in World War II, Denmark had a very powerful role, an important role in saving Jewish lives. And you could say that today you're repeating Denmark's role in some ways of trying
Yes,
to help Jewish lives when facing
yes.
this climate of anti-Semitism. Did that come into a play as well? Were you aware of the history of Denmark, as I'm sure you probably were?
Mm, I knew it, of course, this piece of our history, and I'm very proud of it. I don't think it was in very much in my mind when I started the book, but I am very proud of that, and I'm very proud if people think that I am continuing this tradition that we have in Denmark to take care of our Jews. I want to do that,
Hmm.
and many Danes do. We have these protesters in the street, just as everywhere in the West, but not all Danes agree with them.
Right. Now, you mentioned protesters. What kind of difficulties did you have when writing the book in this kind of current climate that's quite hostile to things related to this topic?
Yes, you're right. When I started the book and when I wrote the book, the large part of it, it takes time to write a book, and I had to do my job as a musician too. So it took a while, took some years. And when I started, it was long before the terror attack, October 7th.
Hmm.
So all this havoc in the streets since hasn't affected me that much.
Hmm.
But it made me think that there are two possibilities. Maybe people will shy away from it, because they have a different view now and on the Palestinian side. Let me say clearly, this book has nothing to do with the conflict in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nothing whatsoever. But it has to do with anti-Semitism, which is can be closely related to anti-Zionism. And for some people might want to read about the Jews from another angle, from an angle which sympathizes with the Jews and
Mm-hmm.
tells not about this conflict, but what they have given to us, to our societies, up through history.
You know, writing a book is a big challenge for many people,
Yeah.
and you've gone and written almost 101 little books within your
Yeah.
one book.
Yes, we say that. Yeah.
What would you say was your brain fuel of choice when writing? What gave you the energy to go on? Was it coffee, tea, wine, whiskey? I mean, what did you use to help you write?
Maybe stubbornness.
Stubbornness.
Yeah. Once I start something, I find it difficult to let go of it.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty early in the whole process, I contacted a Jewish couple
Mm-hmm.
in the city where I live and told them about what I was doing and had them write the things I had at that time. And they liked it.
Mm.
And they said, this is useful. We like that.
Yeah, it was encouraging, I'm
We
sure.
think they were encouraging, yes. So that's fueled my my stubbornness.
Right. You
Yeah.
include some surprising and perhaps unconventional figures in your list of 101 Jewish people. How did you go about choosing who to include, especially some of the perhaps lesser known characters like Jewish pirates and Volkswagen engineers?
Yeah. Yes. Uh, when I read books and papers myself, what I like the most, I think, are the aha all the ahas on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, well, this was very well said. This is a good quotation. This is important. I'll try to remember that. And I tried to fill up my book with ahas. And even Jews who have read the book say, "Oh, I didn't know that he was a Jew too." So I tried to get around the world. I wanted to have a big variety of everything, geographically, gender, uh, mm, types of achievement,
Mm-hmm.
everything. And not many think of pirates
Yeah.
when they hear about Jews. So I thought, well, that's a good story.
Mm-hmm.
I need to have that. And some I have been in doubt. I have had my doubts about some of these biographies, and then I have found a reason why. Well, I need to take him all the same,
Mm-hmm.
even if I could choose somebody else.
Right. Did you have a favorite person that you included? A favorite aha moment?
Hmm. You know, for every portrait I painted, I had to read very much to have a material to pick from.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this, I'll say this, I'll say this. So I let go of that, and I learned about a lot more about a Danish Jew
Mm.
who is he is world famous, and I knew about him, but I know much more about him now. Niels Bohr. Do you know that name?
Niels Bohr, yeah.
Very famous physicist. He was
Yes.
a friend of Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
They knew each other. They were great friends, and of course, they discussed science and their findings and their theories a lot. Niels Bohr was especially inclined to look at the smallest things in our world, atoms
Mm.
and quantums. He was one of the few who started to recognize quantums and research them. Albert Einstein, on the other hand, was researching and making theories on the big universe. So it was from the smallest things to the biggest, to the
Wow.
largest things. And of course, I had to write about Einstein. Everybody
Of
knows
course.
him.
Yes.
And if you think about a genius, most people will see his picture,
Right.
Einstein's picture, his wild hair.
Absolutely. Did you initially write the book in Danish and then translate it, or did you decide from the beginning that you wanted to write it in English?
I wrote it in Danish.
Mm-hmm.
Danish is my language. That's the language I master.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote it in Danish, but all the while I knew this material is not just of interest to Danes, but to most of the world. So I tried not to focus too much on Danish individuals,
Mm-hmm.
Danish Jews, Danish idioms, ways of putting things
Mm-hmm.
in words. Then when I had finished the Danish edition and published it, AI was on the way, and I made a test. Can I translate my book by the help of AI?
Mm-hmm.
And I found out I could do that.
Mm.
And I know it was. I knew all the time it would be very expensive for me to hire a professional person to translate it. So I had to try myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I could say that mostly thanks to AI. The result is okay. It's readable.
Right. Right. Did you ever play with different titles for the book when you were thinking about the title?
Yes, I did. It took me a while to find the right one. In Danish, the title is the subtitle in English,
Hmm.
101 major geniuses and minor giants. But I thought many books exist in English. If a random reader is to find my book, it has to be quite clear that this is about Jews. So I
Hmm.
had uh, I let that be the lead word,
Hmm.
the word to catch people's eyes. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You finished the book in 2025. We're recording this in 2026. What's changed, if anything?
Hmm. I think that anti-Semitism has grown. Sadly, it makes
Hmm.
me sad and it makes me angry too. Sadly, it has grown. So the atmosphere now is different from when I started the book, but
Hmm.
only worsened. But again, I have to say that this book has nothing to do with the conflict, but
Right.
it is relevant if anyone wants to know more about one part of this conflict, the Jews.
Hmm. Right. And so what's next for you?
Hmm. Actually, I have two books in the making.
Oh, great.
Yeah, certainly they're going to be my last because it's very demanding. It's yeah, it's a enormous job to take on,
Hmm.
and I don't think I want to do that anymore. But I have a book which is very political. Uh, you could say the world is full of. You could say there are too many dictators and
Hmm.
wannabe dictators. If we can get rid of them and start rebuilding, what we should rebuild first is trust. The trust
Hmm.
in one another, the trust in the institutions, the trust in the state.
Absolutely.
And yes, and what I try in that book is to give some ideas to how do we start this job, this enormous task. We can start in at home in our own small community, maybe even our family, then our community, and let it spread upwards.
Hmm.
The best, the best changes in societies in the world start from down and make their way upwards, I think.
I agree. I agree. Jens, it's been a pleasure having you at Book Bites from Spines. You can find Jews, Brilliance and Resilience, 101 Major Geniuses and Minor Giants on Amazon. I've been your host, Omri Rose. And if you want to hear extended interviews, some guests join us on Book Bites Deep Dive. Until next time, follow Book Bites, leave a review, and happy reading. Thanks, Jens.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And just to close, Jens wanted me to include a quote which he himself wished he had said by American Vietnamese author Ocean Vuong. It's hard to hate someone once you've heard their story. Thanks for listening.